Welcome back. It is time to talk through the big issues of the day today. We're joined for our panel by Paula Bennett, the Honourable Paula Bennett, I should say, Ask Me Anything podcast host. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. And Sir Graham Lowe is here, former rugby league coach, league legend, I think we call you, Lowe. Good morning.
Morning, Ryan.
Good to have you here. Now, I want to start with rugby, with league, with Reece Walsh to be specific, because you got something to share, to tell us about this. I mean, we saw his performance. We saw the crowd. I mean, he's obviously very talented, but also a massive star. And you reckon we should actually try and harness him?
I think he's more than very talented. Like in my humble, short career, really, he's the best young player I've ever seen. He's something special. And I'd love to see it like we get sick of the Aussies pinching our players, having them playing in the competitions over there. The Warriors won't be able to get him over here because of the salary cap in the NRL, but I think there's an opportunity for the New Zealand Rugby Union, whose super crowds are all declining, the NPC clubs are all declining. Get this kid over here. The average sort of the going rate for the Stars is $1 million plus, maybe $1.5 million plus, I suppose, with the superstars at the moment in both codes. Pay this guy $5 million a year. Anywhere else in the world, it's chicken feed. It's chicken feed anywhere else in the world. Make a big statement about him. I've been asked, I'm telling you, between where I live and the local coffee shop, I think I've been asked at least 20 times by old ladies about who's this young fella, this brilliant young fella who paints his fingernails and he plays for the Broncos. The excitement he brings is fantastic. I reckon get him over here. He'll bring 10,000 people on his own. Too right.
All the old ladies. They'll be in there. Paula,
just charge an extra $10. You paid for it.
You have to cover the salary. Do you know much about Reece Walsh? Have you heard much about him?
I was so hoping you wouldn't ask.
Do you know him at all?
I was outed in the Herald yesterday for my lack of rugby knowledge, okay? And so let's just leave it there.
Okay. We won't push you on it then. He's quite handsome as well.
Oh, okay.
So I thought you might have recognised
him. He's got everything. He's got everything.
Yeah. Although the off-field antics been getting him in a little bit of trouble, but that doesn't worry you?
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of being looked after, that's all. He's got to be looked after properly, and then it's up to him. But the opportunity, I think, is there.
Paula, the methane targets.
Yes.
The Minister was on this morning, because the Greens come out and say it's junk science. Government says, well, we've got our own scientists, independent scientists to look at it.
Yeah.
What do we believe?
Well, I signed the Paris Agreement when I was Minister of Climate Change back in my day. So I just think that I'm not in the science and I've never been a scientist, but I believe that we've got to be playing our part, and I think it's realistic and I think it works for farmers. I've been on so many farms, particularly in that role, and you just saw what's going on, and that potential for the technology and the way that they do it is just really, really great, and they want to play their part. So put a realistic target in that's not going to break the bank and let them get on with it.
To tell the truth, I was 79 last week, and methane gas was never really on my radar as I was learning. I was for Industrial Sea College. Is it about cows farting? That's what
burping.
Burping,
yeah.
Well, I think that it always seemed to me like the farmers were a little bit hard done by. And I think anything that can be done to make it easier for them and drop whatever standard needs to be dropped, I think it's good for New Zealand.
Yeah, because we're not going to save the world on our own, are we? So you don't want to cut your nose off to spite your face.
Yeah, and then what do? We do fewer of our farming productivity, and then as a consequence, you've got poorer farming habits overseas that are then actually causing more methane, and you're not actually helping the world at all.
Better they burp here than elsewhere.
Well,
is the slogan.
Burp cleaner.
Put a hoof over their mouth.
Yeah, something like that.
AI and Lowe, this is probably something else in your 79 years I'm assuming you haven't had much to do with. But we've just heard that a study of 10,000 teenagers in the US, 8% of them are in a relationship with, or think they're in a relationship with AI. Does that worry you, or is it better that they have some company, as opposed to no one?
I mean, it's a strange question, but I think it shows up the lack of relationships between the young people and their parents to start with. The parents usually put the children on some sort of pathway. But if it's AI that's going to help them and it's not harming them, and they need some, I mean, I think I've got AI with my wife, because I wished for something and it happened, and it gives me the answers that I look for. So.
Oh, okay, Ryan. I was sitting there while you were doing that interview, and I was thinking, my daughter had a Tamagotchi at the time, and then I was thinking you're about the same age as my daughter. So Ryan, did you have are they called Tamagotchis?
Yes, I did have a Tamagotchi.
Well, isn't that a similar thing, that you're looking after some stupid little machine, that you're actually caring for it, that you're talking to it? I mean, I used to look at my daughter and think she was bonkers. And so here we are, 25 years later, and we're now worried about the next technological
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess the difference is with AI is, I mean, a Tamagotchi was, we could talk to it, but it was more like, I think it was more like you pressed a button to feed it.
And it couldn't talk back.
It couldn't talk back. It couldn't have, rational discussions, which is AI is apparently having. And also, I didn't think it was my girlfriend or boyfriend, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I didn't know which of those I wanted at that time. Let alone.
That's another whole topic.
Hey, before we go, you've got your 100th episode of Ask Me Anything coming up. When is it? This week? Tomorrow.
I'm nervous. Because
what are you nervous for?
Heather bloody Duplessis Allen interviewed me for it, and she's
she's
fierce
tough.
and tough, and like that, like she seemed. Oh no, she doesn't even seem that nice on radio. Let's be honest. She's so bloody clever, and she calls people out all the time. And so I handed the mic over, and we'll just see how that goes tomorrow.
So that's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
You've also done a Pike River episode as well.
I did. I got the absolute privilege of interviewing Anna and Sonia, whom it's based on, and isn't it just incredible that you've got Robin Malcolm and Melanie Lewinsky playing you, and just hearing those women, and they're so humble and they're so kind of normal, and then here they are now in this movie being played, and I think we will learn a lot about their lives and what went on that we probably didn't see in the 2 minutes on the TV interview.
Yeah, interesting. Really looking forward to seeing that movie. It's coming out today in cinemas around the country. Lowe, do you want to finish with a nice message to your wife?
It's her birthday tomorrow. Oh. So 40 years ago tomorrow, she was at a pub in the north of England, and she made a wish, blew out the candles, and I came in.
Oh.
So she's long suffering. So Graham Lowe and Paula Bennett the Honourable Paula Bennett on our panel this morning. Good to have you both here. It is 8:30.